Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Espone, and welcome to Backcap. This is episode 42, and we'll be covering the past 2 weeks due to the break that we took while covering I-58. If you're checking your calendars, that's August 27th to the 10th of September. Here at Backcap, we know what you've been thinking. If I see another insane airshot from Mike or a monster Paulsen pipe, I'm gonna scream. Well, save your vocal cords some grief and relax, because we've got more news than we know what to do with in this episode. Fresh off I-58, Sideshow brought up the possibility of another international LAN hosted in North America, Full Tilt folded, and the artist for the TF2 Comics addressed fan questions about issue number 6. Later that week, Crowns picked up the Lash to replace HaffyCool, Team ChampGG called it quits, Mr. Slin was cut from DBMG for Cookie Jake, and FACEIT employees explained their plans for the future of their system. This past week, NA shuffled quite a bit as RONIN, Sinful Gaming, and FROYO BLACK all disbanded, while EVL Gaming and Froyotech changed up their rosters in preparation for the new season. But perhaps our biggest story of the week was the creation of a global whitelist, which will be used by all major TF2 leagues. And finally, Tip of the Hats released a promo video and schedule for the 3-day charity extravaganza. After the outstanding success of I-58, Sideshow started a discussion of a potential international LAN event before I-61, hosted on North American soil. This post on TFTV was meant to spark discussion and to encourage the brainstorming of ideas for venues and funding for the event. A Discord channel was created to facilitate discussion of the viability of different venues, sponsors, and fundraising opportunities. Fan favorite Full Tilt announced that the team had decided to disband, citing a lack of tournaments and LAN events to play for. Koss and Mike will focus on their studies, while Ali and Thalash will look for new teams in the coming season. However, a reform is not out of the question, and if more LAN events are created, the team may make a return. Valve artist Makani was asked about the release date of TF2 Comic number 6 on their Tumblr. They did not have a specific date to disclose, but hinted that it would be soon, and almost double the length of issue number 5. After their victory at I-58, HaffyCool decided to part ways with Crowns in order to pursue other opportunities. In his place, the newly coronated World Champs will field Thalash for Season 25 of ETF2L. Thalash will be swapping scout roles, but he will likely adapt well and be a boon for Crowns as pocket scout. Over here in North America, Team ChampGG's run has ended due to internal issues. Sezco left to pursue a career in Overwatch, and Deathy is looking to make a transition to TF2 caster and streamer. According to the team captain, both Sky and Jarrett are looking for a new team for the Season 23 of ESEA. After being promoted to Invite by winning Season 22 Intermediate, the unfortunately named team Dead Babies Mad Gunz has decided to cut their medic Mr. Slin in favor of Invite rookie Cookie Jake. Team Captain Sam felt that Cookie Jake had better synergy with the rest of the team, and that his transition, along with Marmaduke Grills on Pocket, gave the team a good direction for the upcoming season. FACEIT Lulu made an announcement on the FACEIT Discord that the results of their TF2 survey and their launch plan will be revealed next week, along with a test session and more invites for the service. Currently, there are no invites available, but it is good to see the organization taking feedback from the community into account and keeping lines of communication open. That wraps up our first week of missed coverage. Now on to week 2. Team RONIN is no more. Shrugger and Mela left to pursue other games, and Nursey has joined Bird Noises. The remaining members of the team, Rando, Badonsky, and Yamps, decided to continue playing after merging with another invite team. What team, you might ask? EVL Gaming. That's what team. With Delpo, Sin, and Scissor all stepping down from the team, the last 3 Samurai joined forces with EVL's remaining members, and EVL accommodated them by moving High Five to Scout. The team will continue to play under the sponsorship of EVL and will look to contest Froyotech in this coming season. Sinful Gaming has decided to call it quits after a disappointing end to Season 22. The team was forced to play with ringers midway through the season, which led to internal conflicts. Some members of the team will return in Season 23 under the moniker Malicious Activity. FROYO BLACK has also called it quits after a 3rd place finish last season. However, the spirit of the secondary Froyo team will be carried on by Shade and Assassin, who have both joined the primary Froyotech roster. With Muma stepping down from the team and TLR leaving after I-58, Banny was left with some large holes to fill in his roster. He called upon some old friends to come to his aid, and he brought back Blaze and Shade after cutting 404. Moving Patty to Scout and bringing Assassin were the final pieces of the Frozen Dessert puzzle as the legendary team looks to continue their dominance of the North American scene. Now for some of the most hotly contested news of the past 2 weeks. On Wednesday, a global whitelist for TF2 was unveiled on TeamFortress.tv, set to be adopted by ESEA, ETF2L, ozfortress, and UGC, effective for the upcoming season. The whitelist was created with collaboration between league admins and select top players from each region. The new whitelist only banned 20 weapons, and leagues agreed to enable weapon drops and pickups. The group responsible released a statement explaining that they were looking to unify the game globally and to provide feedback for Valve on why certain weapons are banned to aid with future balance changes. Almost immediately, feedback from the community at large sparked intense debate over certain now legal weapons, namely the atomizer and the base jumper. Many lamented that such a drastic change to the whitelist was a decision made by so few players and not the competitive community as a whole. After one night of scrims with the new whitelist, invite captains met to discuss an amendment to the new whitelist regarding certain especially problematic weapons. The whitelist was then adjusted to no longer allow the atomizer or the base jumper. This amendment was agreed to by ETF2L and ozfortress admins. Though these changes might seem wholly unnecessary to some and completely perverse to others, we received some insider information from a trusted member of the community that we have chosen to keep anonymous. We were informed that the TF2 team has been internally discussing, quote, what the next logical step should be to support competitive TF2 and tournaments. While it is certainly nothing concrete, it's definitely extremely encouraging to have confirmation on the TF2 team's positive mentality towards supporting future TF2 events. In relation to the global whitelist, hypothetically, these changes might be the community's way of meeting Valve halfway in support of a unified competitive format. In news that nobody will be unhappy about, Tip of the Hats, an annual charity event put on by members of the TF2 community, announced the schedule of its fast-approaching event. It begins on September 16th, but with one major difference from TOTH 2015. This year, the stream will not run continuously for the whole weekend. Instead, there will be one 12-hour stream each day for 3 days. For more information, check out tipofthehats.org or their newly released promo video. If you're from North America or Europe, you're a bit out of luck, but if you are interested in playing ozfortress, you still have plenty of time to sign up for Season 17. Registration opens September 19th and will close on the 23rd. And there you have it, all the news that you missed since episode 41. Hopefully you managed to get on a team for the upcoming seasons, and if not, maybe FACEIT will give you a place to play for the time being. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Backcap Team. Once again, I'm Kevin Espone, and thank you for watching Backcap. This episode was produced by Shaunik.